Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, and children of all ages, from Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977, it's time for another episode of Virtually Purchased Acquisitions. And here's the man that buys everything from Amazon, eBay, Etsy, or even Fanatics and Best Buy. A man who's a pretty good cyber shopper himself, Eric M. Lima. Thank you very much, Mr. Announcer, sir. Well, hello there, everyone. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 2309, and episode 1. No, let me try that again. Rewind. Here we go. I'm keeping the blooper on because it's funny. Like, wait a minute here. How well, are we counting a little fast here? But when it comes to numbers, sometimes things get crazy with me and numbers. Anyways, let's try it again. Hello there. Welcome to yet another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans in 1977, episode 2307 of the show, and episode 109 of Virtually Purchased Acquisitions. As you know, I do have a package here, and we're going to open it up. And I always try to talk during my videos and all that. That way, you know, people will know and understand what the heck is going on. So, I want to open. I know a lot of people say, how come you're opening it up off screen? Because, ladies and gentlemen, I don't want to show anything that's going to get in trouble, because I can get my accent, you know, I always eliminate the addresses, because by this black margin marketing them, you don't want to get doxxed or something like that. I think I got doxxed one time on my on one of my videos long ago from when I did my unboxing. When I started doing this a few years ago and stuff. So I'm trying to open it up nice and gently here. I think I got it. And here we go. And it's not okay. It's not wrapped. That's a good sign. It is not wrapped. Well, ladies and gentlemen, here it is. Teenage Mutant Ninja Shredder's Revenge Ultimate Edition. You get to play, 4 playable character survivor mode, exclusive color palettes. It's made by Limited Run Tribute, Dotemu, and so we got the Ultimate Edition. You also you get the Shredder's Revenge. Oh, holy cow! There's 2 covers. An Anniversary Edition too. But you want the Ultimate Edition. What it is you can have the Anniversary Edition as well. But I got the Ultimate Edition. So, yeah, it's really cool. You have 2, okay, you have, I just like the insert of this one. All 4 turtles on. So now we are. So, Shredder's Revenge Ultimate Edition. I have the extra insert. Now, the other insert, I think it's according to, like, the Konami. So, if you want to go Konami on that one and be old school, that's great. So, okay, who is part of the Ultimate Edition? I'll be glad you asked. You got 4 playable characters. You got Karai from representing the Foot Clan, even though she's like one of the good guys now. Karai, Usagi Miyamoto, or Usagi Yojimbo. And you got Mona Lisa and what looks like a lizard, and Mundo Gecko will join forces with the original 4 turtles: April, O'Neil, Splinter, and Casey Jones. That's right, and and this is where we're at. Ultimate Edition right here. Really cool, huh? Shredder's Revenge. Ever since this came out, there's lots of Dotemu and Tribute and Limited Run always come up with the crazy beat-em-ups. They have, in fact, Dotemu and Tribute, I think, are joining up with Marvel for another one called Cosmic Invasion. Can't wait for that. I believe Toxic Crusaders will also come out this year, which I think is I'm pretty excited about. And So you might be wondering, you guys probably, and then I've been asking this question: are you getting Switch 2? Are you getting Nintendo Switch 2? No, I'm not. Not right now at the moment. I'm going to wait till the prices goes down. In fact, when the Switch came out back in 2017, I held off because I wasn't convinced. I don't know if there was anything else that convinced me to buy a Switch. Well, seeing versus Super Mario Bros. And Kid Nicky, the arcade versions, go on Nintendo Switch, that convinced me. And I think the first physical Switch game I bought was the Mario Kart 8 Deluxe, I do believe. And and it's a good thing I did buy the Nintendo Switch, because all these games like this and yes, now games like, oh shoot, give me a second here. Now I never expected this to come out before. Had I held off and then saw this, I would have said, well, I might as well get it, because so I might as well get the Switch because I wanted this. So, and like I said, this was unexpected last year. I thought that was really cool. And then this just, do you know all these fighting games never made, I think, including Street Fighter Alpha 3, never made it on a Nintendo console. All these games were first on a Nintendo console. None of the Marvel vs. Capcom Fighting Collection games made it on a Nintendo console before until now. And I believe the only Street Fighter game, though, all these Capcom Fighting games on this one never made it to a Nintendo console before. Cyberbots has in the past as part of the arcade stadium, but that was like a year ago. So they're all making a Nintendo debut, which is really cool. And the Street Fighter Anniversary Collection did make it on the Street Fighter games. Made it on the Super NES at least. Street Fighter 2, Super Street Fighter 2, and then Street Fighter Alpha 2 was the only Street Fighter Alpha game to make it on a Nintendo console. But all others, made. I want to look up something here, but just a second here. Street Fighter, okay, give me a second here. Give me a second. Oh. Let's see. Give me a second here. All right. Looks like yeah, that's what I figured. The Street Fighter Anniversary Collection did not make it on a Nintendo console. Only the Street Fighter Alpha 2 and the Street Fighter Super Street Fighter games and all that. They've all made it on the Super Nintendo console, but not until Nintendo Switch came out that all the other fighting games were on Nintendo console. Mostly PlayStation, Xbox, and Sega Saturn and all that. But now the Nintendo Switch kind of broke that wide open, you know what I mean? So they're all on major platforms. I personally cannot wait for Mortal Kombat Legacy Collection. I'm planning on getting that for the Nintendo Switch. Also, Toxic Crusaders. I personally can't wait to get that. I love the side-scrolling beat 'em ups, and that's the 2D version as well, including with the graphics they made them in and all that. So, the Phantom is supposed to be coming out very soon. I'm probably going to pre-order for that one because that's a side-scrolling beat 'em up as well. So, yeah, and then we still got the one more. We still got, what is it? There were a few Capcom games that did not make it to Nintendo Switch console. Ring of Destruction, Slam Masters 2, Alien vs. Predator, Dungeons and Dragons Shadow over Mystara, and Tower of Doom, and also Cadillacs and Dinosaurs. Those are the 5 Capcom remaining Capcom favorites left, and the reason why they have not made it on the console is because of royalties and licensing and all that good stuff. So all the legalese, as they say. So that's the thing. So this is what came in today from eBay. Shredder's Revenge Ultimate Edition. I always like to collect the physical copies. So I'm really excited about that. So, and also, yeah, getting Power Rangers Reader's Rewind as well. I thought that's totally cool. And that was it, man. So I also ordered Tetris Forever. I'm getting that because I like Tetris. Tetris is a fun game to play. So there's that. So that's all the time we have on this episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans 1977, episode 109 of Virtually Purchased Acquisitions, and episode 2307. This is what I get. This is what I have. There you go. So thank you for tuning in, and friendly reminder, both us in the sofas, only just Gary and Romy today. Little Q&A, so you have questions for those two gents, ask away. And also Raw live reaction tonight. The fallout from Worlds Collide, and especially Money in the Bank. Lots of stuff went down. John Cena is going to be there. From what I heard from Adam Pearce. Also Nikki Bella. What's her deal? Is she coming back to collect championships or align herself with somebody? Who knows what's going to happen? I don't know. Is she going to hit on Dominic Mysterio now? I don't know. It's going to be craziness, I'm telling you. So, or is she here to set Cena straight? I don't know. Set Cena straight. That's all, folks. So, I will see you guys later. You guys have a wonderful day, and I'll see you guys tonight on Brandon Martin channel for a little raw live reaction. I have a way with words this week. Oh, my goodness. I'll see you guys later. Until next episode goes rolling around, Mr. Announcer, take us home. That is all for today's episode of the show. This is Mr. Announcer speaking for Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. A Big Beefy E and do it for Bob Saget production, and in association with a Raving Bull for 3000 Telepictures and Distribution. Thank you for watching another episode of Eric Lima Shenanigans of 1977. See you later on the next episode of the show. Goodbye for now.